pinpointed.
Yeah.
But then, like I say, this piece, it's a little magnet, and it covers up the four that you're not using.
That's
So
cool.
why would you use something other than the brightest one? Just to get it narrower
Well, yeah,
and narrower?
the brightest one is your starting point. But the dimmer ones will provide you with more diffraction rays, so that you can center it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If- Yeah, and when you talk about diffraction, you'll have the hole, and you'll have a bunch of,
The concentric rings.
Right, right.
hopefully not egg-shaped like
And
that.
see,
That tells
with
me
the brighter
what it is.
ones, it's harder to see
Yeah,
the smaller diffraction rings.
you end up with just a solid disc.
So how much does something like that run?
This was 20-something bucks, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Because the artificial stars that Pat Whitehead, remember him in our group, in our star vision years ago? He made one, it cost him like $80 just for one star that, it had a dimmer switch, but as you dimmed it, the angstrom range changed so much that it was hard to use. But through the, matter of fact, I've got contact lenses that are plastic. And if I look at these things, I can see diffraction rings in the plastic lenses.
That's cool.
So basically, it's a flashlight. But what you're paying for is that,
That metal disc.
that thin metal disc that's laser. And this neat
Actually,
little, this neat little cutout that, but you'd be amazed when you put this across the yard at night and look at it through your scope, how bright that thing is.
Yeah.
Good Lord, you know.
Yeah,
And that's the other
tripod or
reason.
anything,
I just put on a fence. You put on a fence post, you just wanna try and get it as square as possible, you know, you don't wanna get it angled. So you just wanna get it as square as possible, it's not critical. And like I say, I really set up my collimation on the bright one, I was way off on my scope. I still have a hard time splitting the double-double, so I just gotta go through the stages of doing the other ones.
Oh,
I tried on a 10-inch reflector that I had, and I ran out of yard. You know? Yo, neighbor, can you put this up in your second floor window and then?
And the next thing you know, Jim, stars up there, that's my bedroom.
But it's a neat little contraption, and it works surprisingly well, you know?
Where'd you get that from?
You know, I wish I could remember the company I bought it from, I guess I had it for maybe 2 years now. But I can't remember, I think if you just put in, it's not digital stars, what is it? Artificial stars, and you search in Google, it'll probably bring up the company that sells them.
I'd like to have one of those.
Well, I mean, you know, you can always borrow it. That's the advantage of being in a club again, you know.
I got that acre yard, that would, as long as the coyotes don't tear it off, I can use it.
I can tell you,
That's a neat photo.
That's
Anybody got
cool.
any ideas on how to get rid of a groundhog, unless you shoot them?
Others
Well,
are shooting them.
yeah.
Give me a few more years on it, and I'll have my groundhog and my mole call perfected.
Okay.
Blow it when they stick their heads up, you hit them and walk them in the head.
Yeah.
I've got the mole call.
I had a strange dog come through their yard the other day, and he spotted the groundhog, and he took off after him. It was a great collision, but I don't think, he didn't make it, I mean, the dog did catch the groundhog there, and the groundhog made it back to his hole. But
I've
I
seen
don't
all-
want to shoot him, but I'd like to get rid of him, because
I was
he's
gonna say-
living under my house, and I'm afraid he's doing burrowing.
I've seen a bunch of things that don't work, you know, I've
Yeah.
tried smoke bombs and water and pellets and,
I guess I could always resort to, I think there's some live trappers around someplace, but he moved in from a farm close by, and I'm afraid that, I don't know if it's a he or a she. I wouldn't really care if it's a he, because he won't be bringing, I don't think, any females in, but if it's a she, well, she might have some
pups.
You've only seen the one.
I only seen one, yeah. And he's been with me for 2 years now, so he's
Oh,
like
really?
family. He used to live on my patio, and
What
then
color is it more gray or reddish?
I really
Back.
really haven't paid that close attention to him there. You know.
If
He's
it's
cute.
if it's sort of a red back,
Uh-huh.
he's an old one.
Mhm.
If it's grayish, it's a younger.
I figured he's kind of young because I've seen groundhogs up at this farm across the street, and I figured he migrated, down and, it's been in the territory there, so. But I don't know, I mean, it could be the same one that he got chased off by, this guy has a bunch of barn cats, and then persuaded him to move. But he makes for interesting viewing. I was surprised there. I don't know if I falsely accused him or not, but I had a hibiscus, and back before that freeze came, I brought it up on the porch there. That acclimated a little bit before I brought it in the house for the night of the freeze, and it had, I guess about 10 blooms on it, or 10 buds and 3 blooms. And I came out the next day, and man, it looked like somebody taking scissors. No buds anywhere, And so I don't know if he come up there and ate them or what, and,
Probably a deer.
but it came up on the porch is what's surprising, and it's got 8 steps to get up to the porch, so I'm going,
That's
or was
like-
it a bird, that took a liking to the color and stuff, or?
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
You could have been like, what's that commotion on the porch?
Mm.
Let the window up, and it was staring at the window. Okay, put it back down and go to bed.
Well, I figured he'd be eating a lot of my flowers, but so far I've only seen him eating weeds. So as long as he keeps that in his menu, I'm happy with him. He starts eating my flowers, then we'll cross another bridge.
He might have to meet Mr. Smith and Dr. Wesson. Well, I'll try to get some more stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to do the spectrograph stuff next meeting. Try to get some more stuff together. This has been such a busy, month. 2 months.
Ebbs and flows, that's for sure.
Nobody else has anything else? We can adjourn.